Yeah, so secondly, we want you to tell us how the AFDB is involved in making sure that at least the water agenda in Africa is, well taken care of.
Thank you very much. The African Development Bank is involved at various levels in ensuring that water, and particularly water security, is being addressed on the we have at the African Development the bank policy on water, and that bank policy articulates what the bank's focus is on water security. And there are 4 pillars that are the main aspects of that policy. One, we're looking at water for the ecosystem, water for the environment, ensuring that it's properly managed, and that the catchment areas are not disturbed, because once we tamper with these, it's going to affect the availability of water. The second pillar that we are looking at is to ensure that there is sustainable and inclusive water supply and sanitation to the population on the continent. Currently, the access levels are fairly low, particularly if you look at sanitation, where over 800 million people have no access. Water, 400 million people have no access to water and sanitation. So the bank prioritizes financing that leads to sustainable access to basic water and sanitation services. And in doing this, we dialogue with the governments, we engage and see that water is being prioritized. The third pillar that we are looking at is to ensure that there is sustainable water supply for agriculture. Food security is very critical. This has been made very manifest during this period of the COVID pandemic and the food shortages, as well as what is happening in Ukraine, Russia's war in Ukraine. It is critical that there is availability of water to ensure food production, continuous food production on the continent. We do have the land, and we need to harness water that is available for food production. And finally, we also have a pillar, a priority for water for energy. Want to use this water to generate energy, to hydropower generation, but as well as water that is used in the cooling systems during energy production. So those are the focus areas. And so our financing, our support to the governments, as we support the institutions, as we support the policies, the regulatory systems, to see that all these are facilitated on the continent. We mobilize additional resources besides what we have in the kitty. We also go out to other partners, that we come in with additional resources to augment what is there, to have the economies of scale in the provision of services.
And when you talk about financing, because I think it's an issue that was also talked about when you were at the panel, how much money are we looking at that you are helping either from you directly, government raise, and also from the partners? And how is that financing being administered to make sure that at least it's used for the right reasons?
The bank has committed to raising $6 billion United States dollars for the period of the strategic period, that is 2021 to 2025, into the water and sanitation services. This is besides the co-financing, besides the other resources that are leveraged from other partners, and we are on course to doing this. Of course, with the COVID pandemic, everything was slowed down, but we are slowly moving back to scale to ensure that we mobilize these resources, work with the governments to commit a lot more resources to providing water and sanitation services.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good. Asante sana. Thank you.